What's going on, folks? It's been a minute since I posted. Life has been life and as usual, so let's try to come on and do a video every once in a while when time allows. On the way to visit family, have a relative that's not doing too well. So just going to support and be with my extended family members during this time. I want to talk about the current state of the stock market, and then I want to talk about my rental unit potentially being threatened, if that makes sense. It's nothing really bad. You guys are going to laugh about it, and it's just a learning lesson I want to share. So, stock market has edged towards correction territory. It's been down the last month and a half. I'll just say month for a round figure of time. And between my accounts, I have lost about $25,000 in value. So stuff's been dropping, and since I'm more growth oriented than value, my value stocks have been holding. They haven't had that much of a drawdown, but my growth stocks, tech stocks, those are definitely taking a hit. And a lot of people are crying, oh, we're going to go into a recession. Okay, first and foremost, we were in a recession like in 2022. We had 2 straight negative quarters of negative GDP quarters, and they didn't announce that we had a recession. And the market was down. It was a bear market year in 2022. I think we were down like, let's say 20-some%, 22%. So, it is what it is. We may be in a recession. It feels like we've been in one for some time now, even with the all-time highs. It's always been that lingering threat to the economy with the jobs, and then you have a new administration. They're coming in, they're changing stuff. So things are really volatile right now. And, all of my friends who invest with me, man, look at your accounts, man, everything is red. Like, that's perfect. The only thing that sucks is it's tax time. I haven't filed my taxes yet. Hopefully I get a refund because I have a rental property and I have my main residence. And if you know anything about buying a house the last couple of years when interest rates shot up, you paid a lot of interest. So that's going to be a big write-off for me. So I just got to get my taxes done. I also got a bonus that just hit. So a lot of that's going to go towards debt. Some of that's going to go towards investing. Got to max out my wife's Roth IRA for 2024. So that's going to be like the big thing between my taxes and everything else. But if I had more money right now, I'm still contributing to my 401k, HSA, my Roth. If I had a lot more money right now, I would put a lot more in the market because you have assets on sale. I buy a stock that pays several dollars in dividends, or is a quality company, high on the S&P 500. They're going to perform. They're going to be a industry leader for the foreseeable future, and it's on sale. Hell yeah, I'm going to buy. So I want to encourage y'all, don't be scared of the downturn. You only lose money if you sell. If you haven't sold any of your stocks, you haven't lost money. You have negative unrealized gains. Put it in your mind. So it's going to turn back around. Seeing that 30K drop was painful, but really it's child's play because I don't necessarily feel it. It doesn't really have an effect on my everyday life, thankfully. I'll tell you a little history lesson on me. You're talking about losing money. So I think it was after my sophomore year, I had an internship with General Electric, which was, at the time, one of the best companies in the world. And before that internship, I made the goofy decision of taking 2 math classes with a professor that I didn't even know. And one of them, I was trying to be smart and minor in math. I don't know why the hell I did that. But I ended up flunking both those classes. I had a 3.6 GPA. It dropped down to a 2.9. Now with GE, you have to have a 3.0 GPA to intern with them. So I'm 2 weeks in. I'm working. I knew my GPA dropped. You know, it's a 2.9 something. So if you round it up to 3, I thought I'm good. And they sent an email out saying, "Hey, we need your transcripts." And I'm like, damn. And I got sent home. So I lost money. You know, there was an opportunity loss of losing money. And that sucked. That was real life. That was painful. I don't depend on these stocks right now. So I'm not really feeling it. You know, it's just another day at the office for me. So with that being said, man, y'all just keep dollar cost averaging, buy these stocks while they on sale, and keep dipping, keep buying the dip. Don't worry about what's going on Wall Street, the tariffs and all this. You know, everything will come out in the watch. What's going on is a negotiation tactic. You know, there's some things where the U.S. have been giving more ground to other countries, and they building up their economies. And you look at our economy, it's not really built up. We've been really stagnant since like the 70s. And in the 70s, we sent a lot of our industry overseas to build up their middle class. And now we have a weak-ass dollar. We have a school system that's not really teaching the skill set needed to compete with these other kids worldwide. So there's a lot of stuff that need to be fixed right now. Excuse me. Voice is getting kind of hoarse. Second thing I want to talk about my rental being threaded. So it's a little what's called PSA, public service announcement. When you every year, if you have a mortgage, your principal and your interest stays the same, but your taxes and insurance may shift. So I learned I had to be more diligent with my homeowner's insurance and or landlord insurance. So it went up on me the year before, and my agent didn't tell me, you know, to help give me a greater rate, because they really just want the doggone commission. So my premium went up on me, and since I don't live in my rental anymore, I had applied last year for a homestead. So what's crazy, when I first moved to where I moved to, and I applied for a homestead, it was like in the summertime. So the tax office actually contacted me and told me, like, hey, we got your application. Unfortunately, it's too late in the year to apply for a homestead for this year. Your homestead will be effective January 1 of the new year. So when I applied for a homestead, I applied for a homestead for my current house and didn't get anything from the tax office. So I'm thinking that it's still at the old house as a rental. I knew once I remove it, my tax bill was going to jump a little bit, but hopefully my cash flow wouldn't be affected. And basically what happened this year, I found out that they actually did apply my homestead exemption to my new house. So my taxes at the other house went way up. And like I said, my premium for my homeowner insurance went way up. So I have an escrow shortage of $6,500 for that other house. And when you look at the little letter they give you, it's just pretty much like, hey, if you pay it up, this is how much your note gonna be. If you don't pay it up, this is how much your note gonna be. So if I don't pay it up, my note was gonna go from like $1,600 something to $2,500. That $900 increase, damn near a G. So I'm calling them and I'm like trying to figure out like what can I do. And this is why you gotta call. You can call the same place twice and get two totally different answers. So y'all do your due diligence. So when the first time I called was a couple weeks ago, and I asked about a payment plan, like, yeah, just email us, and we'll see what happens if you pay half or whatever. So I sent them an email. I didn't hear anything back. Did a follow-up email. Didn't hear anything back. I called again right before the deadline. Deadline's today. So the lady was real helpful. She wasn't as matter-of-factly as the last lady. But she was real helpful. Like, you can ask for an extension. I was like, a what? So I found out if you have an escrow shortage, you can pay that over a course of a year, which is the standard one. It can be 2 years, it can be 3 years, it can be 4 years. So with that being said, she told me to reach out, send another email to the same email address, and say, hey, you're looking for a escrow shortage extension to get paid over a longer period of time. So I'm waiting to hear back, because that potentially may save my cash flow, because I would have been in the red $200 if I had to pay that $2,500. So thankfully I called back and tried to get some more information. So y'all stay diligent when it comes to that homeowners insurance. Don't be faithful to any company. Phone services, I've been with AT&T for damn near a decade. I'm sick of them. I was sick of them in 2019, 2020 when they cut their dividend. And it's just a, crappy ass stock. And their phone service is crappy too. Yeah, I said it. I better not cut off this video while I'm recording. So I need to switch from them, because I'm paying like $200 a month, and I can go with somebody else and pay $50 a line or less, and that's what I need to do. So that's increasing cash flow, changing your homeowner insurance. And one thing I learned was, as well, by calling the mortgage company, your homeowner insurance coverage doesn't have to be for the quote unquote value of the house. So if your house is worth $300 but you owe $150, you don't have to cover it for the $300. They just want you to cover it for what you owe on your note. So it could be saving me $1,000 a month, because that's basically what I describe as that particular asset. Yeah, it's worth a little more than $300, but I owe a little less than $150. So I can switch, and it can go towards my next escrow calculation for next year. And it's good to have it done by either December or January, because they take note of everything in January, and then they send you the letter out, your escrow letter, in like late February, early March. So yeah, y'all, just a little learning experience. Good to know. So y'all apply that when y'all get y'all rentals, and even if you just homestead and you own a house, these companies are out to nickel and dime you in every single way and cutting in your cash flow. So you got to do what you can to make sure it doesn't happen. Pay your taxes, pay your insurance, but negotiate, a lower tax bill, run some comps and let them know, like, hey, these houses that are similar size, similar bedroom, bathroom ratio, didn't sell for this much in this area last year. I need my tax assessment to go down. It'll save you a few coins. I did that successfully back in 2019. So yeah, it's just a lot of things you got to take care of, got to take into account when you're an investor. Because the whole thing about being an investor, you want the highest return on your investment as you possibly can get. So that's pretty much it, man. This is a long video. I know I was talking this long. You on the road and you rolling. Hoping I don't sound like I'm rambling when I do upload this. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments. If y'all had this issue with your homeowner's insurance, your taxes going up, your escrow going up. I heard a lot of people's escrows going up because of all of these natural disasters in other parts of the country. They don't have nothing to do with you in your neck of the woods, but they're pushing the premium up on everybody, passing the cost along to all customers. So think about like what happened in the Appalachian Mountains with the hurricane, North Carolina area. Think about the wildfires out in Cali. They're trying to pass all of that on to everybody. So even if you know we're close to those areas, you could be affected. So that's all I got for today. Y'all have a wonderful weekend, spring break if your kids are on it, and y'all keep throwing y'all money in the market. Keep buying these rentals, keep building wealth, buying these businesses, building these businesses. And real quick, I used to do a shout out in a video, and I hope he don't kill me for this because I know he hasn't announced it. I'll keep his name silent. So a buddy of mine and his wife are now the proud owners of a Bahama Bucks franchise out in the South Dallas area. So if you're ever in Waxahachie, hit up that Bahama Bucks. We got some good quality service under new management. I'm gonna say better management because it's my homie and his wife. So shout out to them. So if you're in Waxahachie, hit up Bahama Bucks. All right, peace.